H2O here, and
my name is Jeffrey, and welcome to the Atom Movement and Energy Q&A. Today, I'm going to ask you a few questions about atom movement and energy.
Okay.
Atoms in a solid. How do the atoms move when energy is introduced?
well, with enough energy, the atoms will break apart and form a liquid.
Does the solid change its shape?
The shape won't change unless energy or heat is introduced. When the solid is soft, the atoms are relatively rearrangeable, pushing onto the solid and moving atoms into new positions. Solids have fixed shapes and volumes and are not compressible.
How are the atoms held together in a solid? What types of bonds are possible, and how do they work?
Attractive forces between atoms, ions, and molecules are very strong. Very little freedom fixes positions.
Does the level of vibration of atoms in a solid change with the energy increase?
When energy is introduced, the movement of atoms also rises.
Hello, we're back from our short commercial break, here to talk to you about liquids. Atoms in a liquid. How do the atoms move when energy is introduced?
When energy is introduced to liquids, some atoms can escape from the surface and form gas.
Does the liquid change its shape?
The atoms aren't held together as tightly as a solid and are capable of moving around each other, allowing it to pour.
What is the difference between the solid and the liquid?
Liquids require a container to be kept in place. They change shape and their atoms are looser. Solids, they do not require a container. The shape stays the same and the atoms are dense.
What are the similarities in atom movement between solids and liquids when energy is introduced?
They change state when energy is introduced. Particles are close together.
Does the level of vibration of atoms in a solid change when the energy is increased?
The substance keeps its same amount of particles but just has looser bonds.
Back from our short bathroom break, now we're on to gases. Atoms in a gas. How do the atoms move when energy is introduced?
When introduced to energy, particles move faster and change state and form a gas because the particles escape from the surface, allowing more wiggle room.
What is the difference about the movement of gas atoms when energy is introduced compared to solids and liquids? Good question.
Alright. Well, gas atoms have lots of space and move freely, moving fast and faster. With more energy, liquid atoms move faster, creating space between the bubbles, and the new space makes it to the top and escapes as a gas. Solid atoms move faster, bumping into each other and making the movement more fluid, turning into a liquid.
Those are all the questions we have for the day. Thank you for letting me interview you. I want you to have a great day.
Thank you, sir.